Alright guys, it's Highs on Base here. I believe this will be my one and final video. I may have a single one more. I've had a bunch of mixed reviews. Some were like, yeah, this, that, and the other, great thread, yada yada yada. A lot of you guys have had problems with the way I've done it. So this should be the tell-all. This will be the way that you have it hooked up in your vehicle. This is an Shock Industries fuse holder here. Again, same install bay, 250 amp fuse. This one's brand new. I ordered a pack of 16 of them and only used 6, so I had quite a few left over. As you can see here, like I said, Shock Industries. So what I plan to do, somebody else mentioned that the battery bank was too big. So the same old beat up battery that I've had for quite some time, that stayed in the truck for a good bit of time, will be the same battery that I'm going to use again here. Give this thing a good run for its money, see how it responds, and so on and so forth. So the Group 65 size battery, 800 cold cranking amps. So when I dead short it, I would assume I'll get at least 800 amps through a 250 amp fuse. So let me sit my drink down. And yeah, so I've got the load tester again. Or not load tester, sorry, but the tester here, so that if the amp is blown, we'll know it. And as you can see here, just keeping an eye on the voltage of the battery there, just so that I know how the battery is doing. But here we go. And if you can see the watch here, I will start it at the beginning. We'll see how long it takes before we get something to let go. As soon as it hits a total zeroed in, here we go in 4, 3, 2, 1. There it went. Got it to blow. That took a total of 7 seconds. Let's see here. Yep, it finally blew. 7 seconds. The zero gauge wire is actually quite warm. You can see, no more. I'm going to make one more run with it just to double check. We assumed about 7 seconds. Let me replace the fuse here and see if that is going to hold up true with the second fuse. Again, another brand new 250 amp fuse. Relatively secure here in the Shock Industries fuse holder. Alright, as some of you guys can see here, when it hits the 12th marker again in the seconds hand, we'll go ahead and start it over. So, let's see here. You can see the fuse here. We did get separation. Well, yeah, we did. We got separation. However, the fuse is so loose it could be made to create a secondary connection if it just vibrates enough. But second test starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're still connected. Going on 15 seconds. The zero gauge wire is starting to get warm. That took all of 45 seconds. You can see fuse has been popped in the center there, exploded quite well. We have, to say the least, melted the wire, and it's almost too hot to touch. So, first run we had a brand new fuse. You can see, got it to pop there. Got the second one to pop, but with a lot more of an issue. I think as I'm getting into some of the newer fuses, I'm not getting the same resistance as I did out of some of the others. But nonetheless, I know that I had an issue at one point in time, a little while ago, with Violence, I guess is his name. I don't know what his deal was, said I wasn't running my amp at 1/4 of an ohm. However, I have two DC level 5 dual 1s. I did it at a show. If you look on my YouTube page, Lovindatuba, Lovindatuba, which is my YouTube username, there is a video of my truck on there. It is bass clips mixed or something like that. If you take a look, that is the same show where I ran my Crescendo 3K at 1/4 of an ohm for about 6 hours. Now, yes, I'm quite aware that with impedance rise and so on and so forth, I did not run the amp at 1/4 of an ohm. However, it was wired down to a 1/4 before anything would be played through it. At the same time, I only had one fuse hooked up to that amp with one power wire going through it. Now, my amp at 3 ohms pulls about 360 amps of current, or I want to say a little over 300. 360, maybe a little high. If I remember correctly from Navid, it's going to pull at least 300 amps of current through the amp at full tilt, continuous. Now, I'm going to pull 2 of my fuses out of my amp, out of the wiring lineup in my truck, so that I will have my amps strapped at 1 ohm, and it will only be running through 1 amp. And I'm going to see if I can't get one of these 250 amp fuses to blow while running a pair of 3Ks strapped at one, so should be around 8,000 RMS. I'm going to see if I can't get one of these fuses to go. Anyways, Highs on Bass, CSF.net, out.